Peace. This is King Noble, Black Supremacy. And with this particular video, this is a message to Nature Boy and all black men in the United States of America, foreign and abroad. It's a very clear message. They are out to destroy you. I'm going to repeat that. They are out to destroy you. Some of y'all going to ask, well, who is they? Any of them that's out to destroy you is good enough. And they will constantly show you who they are over time. But they are out to destroy you. They are out to destroy the black man. Then your next question is going to be, well, why? You can figure that one out later too. I'm going to repeat myself. They are out to destroy you. Just take Nature Boy for an example. He was in Costa Rica. He ran into some immigration troubles. And for whatever reason that this situation ensued, it could have happened for a lot of reasons. But what he said at the point of arrest and detainment, everything he said was the absolute truth of human rights. Bottom line. He was demonized for standing up for human rights in that particular situation. Many people can argue how he got there, why did that happen, how did he end up there, but everything he said to the immigration officials was the absolute truth of human rights. He was demonized for that by the conscious community, by the overall black community. He was made out to be something negative for standing up for human rights, as though we don't agree with the fundamental basis of human rights. How can we be against human injustice? How can we be against the mistreatment of blacks and oppression, worldwide and global oppression, if we can't even stand up on the side of human rights? If we can argue human rights, you should just denounce the conscious community. Don't call yourself conscious. Stop acting like you care about black people or any people if you cannot stand on the side of human rights. You're either on the side of human rights or you're with the corporations. There's no middle ground. It's simple as that. If you have some questions as to when it's convenient to have human rights or not, you are on the side of the corporations. Bottom line. But he was demonizing for citing and standing up for global human rights. Then he come back to America after just coming out of that attack. And now you're attacking him again for a video that was done months ago. So notice you're attacking the same person for a completely different reason. Same individual, different reason. Now, a video was cut and clipped that could easily be taken out of context, and the individuals that loaded it, uploaded it, cut it, and redistributed knew in their minds that the video could be taken out of context, which is why they did it in the manner of which it was done, which is completely obvious. And they succeeded. It was taken out of context. They took what was a Aboriginal indigenous bonding ritual between a father and his son, and they turned that into their sick minds of some sick, demented sexual act that shows the nature of their consciousness and their mind and what they wish to project on others. They are projecting their sick, twisted, and demented desires and aspirations onto others. So they took that out of context and tried to turn him out to be a pedophile, which is the most defaming category that an individual can be put in this day and time. Where nowhere in the video did he mention that he wished to or seeked or took pleasure or gratification in any sexual interaction with children. Nowhere did he say that in the video or after the video or before the video. That was not the context or the nature of which the video was done in, nor the spirit. All that goes to say is that the black man is under attack by the feminists, by the corporations, white supremacy. The list goes on. And what we have to realize is that it's not just a political mistake. You know what I'm saying? It's just not, we need status correction, or they have misread the documents or misfiled the documents, or they don't comprehend human rights. It's not just that. It's not that just they don't know us personally. And if they knew who we were, they wouldn't discriminate against us, or they wouldn't hate us. So we need to make them better understand who we are so they will respect our humanity more. It's not just that. It's not a battle between nature and the white man. Nature is safer and more secure in this country, in Costa Rica, in South America, in North America. Nature is more secure than the black man is. Parks and different animals and wildlife are more secure and protected under white supremacy than the black man is. Take, for example, the average nature park, or the average park where you can find any nature. The park closes at a certain time to preserve nature. They have more nature preservation agencies than they have human rights agencies. We clear that the dog is the white man's best friend, and he loves the dog more than he loves the black man, more than he loves human rights. That animal rights will get more movement, more response in this country than human degradation. Any day that animal abuse and neglect is more disgusting in the minds of many people than police brutality or the brutality towards other human beings. Nature is okay. Nature is being preserved. Nature is still free. They kicked Nature Boy out of Costa Rica, and nature is fine without him in Costa Rica. That they care more about the nature that is in Costa Rica than they care about black people from America who migrate over there. That mangoes and palm trees and coconuts is more important than human life. Nature will be fine, and nature will not defend us. Nature will not stand up for us when we are treated with injustice. That we must stand up for ourselves. And the true narrative is the plight of the black man. And while you're trying to defend nature, it is you who is under attack. That is not to say that nature is not being destroyed, and that they have care for nature, and then they're not destroying the climate, causing climate change and the ozone, and they're not destroying natural rainforest, and they're not participating in deforestation, getting rid of the forests and the trees. That's not to say that the white man respects nature to any high capacity. But I bet you at this rate, nature will survive and outlive and thrive more than the black man in America. At this rate, nature is way more secure than the black man in America. And while we fighting to save trees and nature and grass, talk black to me. While we're fighting to save the air and save the animals and the squirrels and the birds, it's you who is under attack. It is you who they want to destroy. It is you who they seek to defame, to criminalize, to stigmatize, to stereotype, to racially profile, to keep within a context where they can continue to dehumanize you. It is you who they seek to destroy. Doesn't matter whether you call yourself a Moor, a Melanesian, a Nubian, a Hebrew Israelite, a 5%er, NOI, FOI, Lost Tribe of Shabazz. It doesn't matter what you call yourself. They are clear on who you are and what you are, and they see you as a threat, and they fear the day that you will wake up and rise up and come back into power. They fear that day, and they fear that time. They're not attacking you because of your status, of your economics, of your religion, your peer group, your culture. It's all the same to them. It doesn't matter. You have to prioritize and understand that it's you who is under attack. You have to accept that and deal with that and organize and strategize and prepare and meditate and contemplate and associate with those who are awakened to that reality. When you try to do something in this country, when you try to become something other than the stereotypical images, when you choose to no longer fit the stereotype or the profile, you come under attack even more because you're trying to be something other than the stereotypes and the profiles that they have forced everyone else to fit into. When you choose to go beyond the quarantine black personality type, the coon, the pacifist, the assimilator, the amalgamator, when you choose to become other than that, the image of that, the image that makes the white man feel that it's going to be another beautiful white Christmas, any image other than that, you're going to have a problem on your hands. They won't allow you to be nothing else other than the nigga that they hate and the nigga that they fear. They won't allow you to be anything other than that until you realize that and you're willing to recognize your ability to stand up and to be something else. But don't be distracted with this or that idea and this or that group and this or that mentality or this or that concept, and be clear on whose enemy you are, that you cannot escape. And in the time that we are in today, the black man is an enemy to this world. He is an enemy to the future rule of white supremacy, and particularly the black man in America, because we know better. We've had a little taste of that good old American pie like no one else has. And we know it's a little bitter. is so sweet that it's disgusting. We know that it's, once you actually bite into it, it's mushy. And we know the pie is getting kind of old because it's been sitting out for a while. We know that like nobody else does. So we're the biggest threat. And that's what should be your focus. And that should be your understanding. And that should be your fight. And that should be your struggle. Let's be clear. This is King Noble Black Supremacy. Join my website, www.kingnobleuncensored.com. Donate and don't hate.